While this report is being verified, occupants on other floors should await further instructions.
Welcome to the vlog. So, this is going to be the world's most imperfect apartment tour. I filmed a couple versions of this video and haven't been super satisfied with any of them, so I thought that I would just try it again while I'm editing and see what we get. And I mentioned that it would be imperfect partially because I'm a perfectionist and I have thoughts on what it should look like, but also because I need to take the trash out and I have laundry on my bed and I'm trying to install motorized blackout shades in my bedroom. So like, there's gonna be some stuff that's a little bit more, let me not be so backlit. There's gonna be some stuff that's a little bit more in progress. And this will be, I guess, we're gonna call this a realistic apartment tour, which is to say that I did not clean my apartment before I did it. So bear with me on that front. And I'll also go through and talk about spaces that I am planning on doing something different with. There are a couple of those off the top of my head. So we can start with our entryway. This is the entrance to my apartment. I'm also recording some B-roll, so you'll have a different view of this, but I put up this fun, like, geometric, decorative coat rack, and the idea is that all of these prongs, like, fold back in so that it can be kind of wall art, but then you can also make it super functional. I also have my bench at the front here so that you can sit down when you put your shoes on. From there, so 1, 2, and 3, I'll need to go down to the loading dock for bulk waste at some point. It's a lamp that I haven't used in like years. A coat rack that I'm replacing with the wall thing that I just pointed out, and then some curtain rods that I brought from my last place and then realized that I probably shouldn't have. One of the best things about this apartment is the amount of storage it has. This is, I think, the most storage I've ever had in an apartment, which is incredible. So we have this closet, which is kind of my hall/cleaning closet. We got mops and stuff. We got sports gear, and it's helpful to keep things in there. Oh boy. I'll also show you the hall closet in the B-roll, but I have this hall closet where I can put my coats and things like that. This is my kitchen. I'm like in the middle of meal prep and things like that, so it's kind of a disaster, but you know, we're working with what we got. I love this kitchen. I really didn't like my last kitchen. I think that is a big part of it. I really didn't like my last kitchen, but I really like this kitchen. So we've got the fridge, a nice big refrigerator with a freezer. The freezer has an ice maker, which is always nice. And then the fridge is also like super big. I had an apartment that I lived in at one point that did not have a big fridge, and it turns out that I like having a big fridge. I didn't know that until then. I have a really deep kitchen sink, which is incredible. My last place really didn't have that. It was a just not a deep kitchen sink, and I like. This is, you can call the ADHD in me, you can call it the laziness, same thing. But it's always nice to be able to put things in the sink and like not need to do the dishes every single night because the sink is now overflowing. Otherwise, we got all the rest of my kitchen stuff. Vitamix over there that I use all the time. We have a dishwasher, which I just ran, so everything in there is clean. And then we have an oven. This oven I can connect to my phone using like an app and like preheat it with my phone. So that's really cool. And also means that, you know, when you want to like make some chicken nuggets, well, actually, if I want to make chicken nuggets, I do it in the air fryer. But if I want to make something in the oven, like a pizza, and I don't feel like getting up to preheat it, I can just use my phone, which is incredible. We've also got lots of pantry storage, always nice. This corner is effectively the office workspace. This is probably the part of the apartment that will change the most over the next few months. So if you follow me on the main channel, you'll see some changes, but essentially I will probably be getting rid of this bookshelf because I just don't think it fits the space very well. And so what I want to do is get, what's it called? It's not a credenza. It's a buffet cabinet. So basically a lower cabinet that goes across this entire space so that it spreads across that whole space, and then the books on the floating shelves will get like spread out to be more decorative. These are the boxes of crap that I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing with or where they're going or if I've been keeping them in the first place, which is why they're on the floor. This is my desk. This is where I work most days. It's pretty similar to my last setup, actually. I have my camera, I have my podcast mic, or recording mic. It's still a standing desk. I will say that I don't use the standing function of it a lot, or really ever. The thing that I definitely like more is actually this desk chair, because it has something that I can put my feet on. Ignore my KT tape. Because I don't like, I don't know. I don't sit in chairs normally. I'm like a lie on the floor or have my feet up or have my feet like on my desk or like crisscross or whatever. Like I don't like the like sitting in a chair with your feet on the floor. And so this has been super helpful for getting work done. In the background you will also see that is from Sarah Dietschy's collection. It's fantastic. I use it to charge my phone when I'm working. It's great because I don't want to be on my phone when I'm working, but I do want to know where my phone is. And that helps. And then the other thing is, of course, Simone's, what's it called? Daily calendar thing, which I don't know if it's going to stay here. I put it here kind of accidentally, but I kind of like it, so I might keep it there. Behind the desk is the Peloton. I just posted an Instagram story about this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell the Peloton. I know I've talked on the channel before about really liking it, and I do. I think it was a great pandemic holdover for me, and now I think I'm at the point where I have a personal trainer that I see once a week. He makes 4 strength workouts a week for me, and then I go on like hour-long walks every day, and so I just don't... It's not that, like, I don't use my bike, but I'm also just not super interested in going back to it. If it were that I like didn't use it and I wanted to get back into fitness and I wanted to use it for that, then that would be different. But I don't use it and I don't want to. So it just takes up a lot of space in my apartment instead. I canceled my Peloton membership in like January, so yeah. This is the living space. We've got a couch from Article. I talked about this on Instagram, but I used Havenly, an online interior design service, to design a lot of the apartment. And this was one of the pieces that I actually bought from that. It's a super nice couch. It's a little bit lower to the ground than I'm used to, but I like it. Of course, we still have the reading chair from West Elm that I've had for, I don't know, like 3 years now. Still love that chair. We have my bookshelf here. I may or may not move this. I haven't decided yet. I don't love it being in front of the vent, but we'll see what I do. And then we've got what used to be my coffee table and is now kind of a media console, which still has like the mini fridge and all those kinds of things. And then of course my TV and my guitar that I haven't touched in God knows how long. Oh, I guess before I get out of here, laundry. It's great. So this is my room. I will kind of come over here so you can see the whole thing. I've been living here for a good month now, and I still don't really have a handle on this space, if I'm being totally honest. I have my bed, there's laundry on it. I have some of the artwork on the walls. I have my Hatch alarm clock and a HomePod, there we go, which I like a lot. I am, you'll see outtakes of this in probably another vlog. I'm currently attempting to install a motorized curtain setup here. Shout out to Dr. Mike for giving me some advice on this. It's been super helpful. But I am doing it DIY, and I don't think he did that for his place, so that part's been fun. But yeah, this space is definitely a flex space, but I do like my room a lot. We've got the big mirror behind me, and then we have barn doors for the closet. So in the closet, this is another space that will probably change a bit. What I would like to do, so it's a big walk-in situation. What I would like to do, which is why I have these sound panels on the floor, what I want to do is put up the sound panels because I've been in voice lessons for over a year, like a year and a half now. And I'd basically like to use my closet as like a place to practice my singing without like pissing off my neighbors. So that's the plan there. And then there's a bunch of stuff that's like on here that is probably gonna end up being somewhere else, but I haven't figured out where yet. Lastly, we've got the bathroom. So we've got mirror lights, which is fun and also very helpful when it comes to like getting ready in the morning. I love that. The bathroom goes to the closet, goes to my room, so it's all one continuous thing. I put up the shelf for hair stuff. Clearly I'm going to need more shelves. Haven't figured that out yet. And then I've got a big walk-in shower, which is, the water pressure is really good. The door, let's see if there's a good way of showing you this. So the door swings out, so I made it that way, but it means that like there's not enough clearance underneath it to put a bath mat. So I haven't figured that out yet. If anyone has thoughts, would love to hear. And that is the apartment as it currently stands. Like I said, things are probably going to change, so I'll probably do an updated tour if you guys are interested in seeing it. And then actually what I'm going to do probably after this is filming a ranking the apartments I've lived in Boston video. I'll probably do a voiceover for this, but if I don't do it, I pay $3,900 a month to live here. My building has a bunch of other amenities, so we have a full gym, we have co-working spaces, we have a terrace, we have a sky deck that has a pool. I'm not gonna like tell you what building I live in, but like, I don't know, do your research. You can probably figure it out. And so it's definitely a nicer building than what I've lived in the past, but I also just, I don't know. I love this apartment. I love this apartment a lot. And yes, $3,900 is a lot of money, but welcome to Boston or living in Boston or New York or SF. It's great.